Hello and welcome to Flipflops'n'Notebooks book reviews. I am Elliot, and you know what? I'm in the mood for murder, mystery murder. That is. I don't do the other stuff. No, not at all. So every time I'm stressed or I need to unwind, I'll pop in an old Agatha Christie movie, or I just long to get lost in a good murder mystery book. I mean, especially with school being so kind of like, I don't want to say stressful, but it's kind of annoying because we had one lecture for one of our courses in the last 3 weeks, but on that lecture we wrote 2 tests and 1 assignment. Like, what gives? Like, what are you testing us on? Anyway, so I need that kind of something to unwind. Today's book wasn't it though. It's called It's One of Us by J.T. Ellison, and it was one heck of a letdown. Oh my god. Alright, so first of all though, thank you to MIRA Books and NetGalley for providing me with a copy of the story. It is actually being published today in my time in the world, February 21st. Yes, today's February 21st and today is getting published, so let's find out what other people had to think about that one, or to say about that one actually. So the details. Can you tell I haven't even had my coffee yet, or my tea? Wow, I don't drink coffee. I drink tea, and it is like 7:20 in the morning, and I'm doing this without my tea. This is gonna be interesting. Anyways, the details. This was an absolute mess. Narratively, structurally, in all the ways. The characters, all of them, were so unlikable. Like, there was nothing sympathetic about them, nothing I could relate to, nothing at all, not even the teeniest, tiniest little thing that would make it even worse for me to read this book based on the characters. Also, there were so many of them, so many points of views that I was just like, do I need like a notepad for this just to get through this book? Anyways, I made myself like a tiny little note right here to prompt myself to go into a minor rant, because this story also deals with miscarriages, women having miscarriage, or at least one of the characters. I assume she's a protagonist. So anyway, she has had multiple miscarriages. I've never had a miscarriage. I can only imagine how devastating that would be for someone who longs to have a child. So I will not sit here and pretend to know what I'm talking about. However, there was this one line that the character thinks, that had me in an absolute rage, like blood pressure up, like, you know, that big blue vein inside my head is about to pop. She actually thought that her having another miscarriage is a sign of failing her husband. What? Let me get this straight. Our worth is not based on if we can bear children, okay? If a woman has a miscarriage, that's a horrible, devastating experience, and she should not put some sort of pressure on herself, wondering if her husband is gonna leave her because she couldn't give him children. She's not failing him. She's not a failure for not being able to do that, okay? There are many, many reasons why women have miscarriages. Some of them are still a complete mystery even to modern science. That does not mean that she's some sort of less of a woman, less of a wife to her husband, okay? Can we just like stop this whole plot point, this whole concept of having women fear that they're failures to their husbands because they can't give birth to children? Please? I hate this. I hate this with a red hot passion. Why are we still doing this? This is beyond me. And then the husband actually had the audacity to think another thought. He didn't say it to the wife, but he actually thought that she would only gain a little bit of weight, she might actually carry the baby to term. What? I mean, I'm so done with this right now. Like, I mean, as I said, it's like a little after 7 o'clock, so I can't really scream and shout. But honestly, it's like I'm so angry to have to listen or read this stuff in a book, in a modern fiction book. Like, no, please, no, because if I have to read this one more time, I have to throw my Kindle, and I can't do that because with inflation, these things are very expensive, okay? Anyways, so the verdict overall, I barely made notes on this, as you saw. I'm not going to talk anymore about it because why bother? This felt like a first draft of a novel. Not only did it feel completely unfinished, but it also didn't feel very, or at all thought through. Yeah, just throw a whole bunch of stuff in there and see what sticks. This needed so much work before it should have gone into print and into publishing. I am so done with it. I'm gonna have my coffee. It's not a coffee, it's a tea. I'm gonna have my tea now and try to forget this book. Anyways, that's it for me for today. Thank you so much for watching. Like the video, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you next time.